All right. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully the mic's working okay. I guess I won't know until I watch the playback. Anyhow, welcome to this video. I am, of course, Trucker John, and I'm doing my daily videos. Today, I'm in front of these palm trees. Okay, so title of the video. I'm 64 years old, and I'm starting a new career. Yikes. I think that's what I'm going to do it. And what that means is that well, today I had this little interview process to start a new job driving one of these. Where see where? Well, wait. Let's go this way. Driving. Can you see it? What are those? Taxi cab driver. So I guess I'll be. Well, today was just the initial process. They checked out my application and kind of gave me a look over, and then after that, they sent me down to the place to do a drug and alcohol testing, I guess it is. So yeah, they give them some urine and they cut up some of my strands of my hair, and they're doing testing. And so that should be the results of that should be known on Wednesday afternoon. This is Monday. I'm taping this on Monday evening. So in a couple of days, I should know, and I see no reason why I wouldn't pass that. Since I don't do drugs. I don't really drink. Occasional beer here and there, but I'm not a raging alcoholic. So I think should be okay on that. And then once that gets through, then there's a whole process. Look, they even give you this whole, you know, kind of a little process here. So there's like 9 steps to do this thing. Now the first step was the interview job offer. So I guess I passed the interview and I got the job offer. And then they sent me down to do the drug test. And so I went and did that. Like I said, I'll have to call back in 48 hours, which would be Wednesday night, Wednesday after 2 p.m., it says, and see how that went. And if I pass that, then the next thing will be I have to sign up to attend a TA safety class. TA means, I think, taxi cab authority, I think it means. Um, and so I have to go there for that. Let's see. So they'll be. I guess they'll tell me when that is. And then after I do the safety class, the TA safety class was just 4 hours long. Then from there I go. It says after the TA safety class, I will receive instructions to get my DOT physical. So this is just like truck driving. You have to have a DOT physical, and then it tells you where they send you for that. So you do your physical, and then the next step is to go to Taxi Cab Authority, and you take your physical, your forms that you got from your physical to there, and your DMV report, which I have a copy of, and they've made copies of, and referral packet, which I might be something in addition to what I have here. I guess I'll be getting more packets. So then I have to do that, and then after I get my taxi cab authority, then the next step is to go fingerprinting. So I have to go get fingerprinted, and so so they can check and make sure you're not I guess a terrorist or something. And, check out your background check and all that kind of stuff. And then the next thing after that, you come back to come back to the company there, and with your DOT physical forms that were filled out at the physical, your TA permit, which is your taxi cab authority, and then after all that, then you have to go to a 3-day paid company training, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So this will probably be, hopefully, this will all be done this week, and then so this will probably be next Tuesday, a week from tomorrow, probably, if everything goes smoothly. I'll be attending this 3-day paid training, but look at this. Starts at 6:15 in the morning. Are you crazy? And it says it's 9.5 hours each day. Okay, all right, it's 9.5 hours each day. Um, 6:15 in the morning. Gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to. Buck up. I'm gonna buck up. I'm gonna have to buck up, whatever that means, and get a good night's rest. Not stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning, as I have wont to do, watching Netflix. Come on, John, you can do this. You can do this. And I will get up plenty early and drive on down to the to that if I make it to that step. So then that's the ninth step. And once you do that, those 3 days of the training, it's paid training, but and they say they pay minimum wage. And I had to look up what minimum wage was because I wasn't even sure. And Nevada minimum wage is $12 an hour. So what is it? What do you say? 9.5 hours times 3, I guess. So that times that's how much. So at least I'll have that going for me. So we're gonna do that. So yeah, so that's my new career as a taxi driver at 64 years old. Now the last couple of years I've been doing Lyft and Uber and Lyft. Lyft just recently. Rideshare. I meant to say rideshare. I've been doing rideshare for the last 2 years. And now, and before that was truck driving. So I've gone from truck driving to ride sharing, and now I'm going to taxi cab driving. So I feel like I'm starting a whole new thing here at 64 years old. Look at there. Look at me. Look at me. Starting new stuff at 64 years old of age. I thought I would be retiring and propping my feet up on the beach somewhere. But I guess I'll be doing this taxi cab stuff. Oh, we'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I go through all the 9 steps here. And we'll try it out. And they had different things. They had, I'm going to do what they call part-time flex. I think they had part-time flex, and I think they had full-time flex. And then they have lease, where you can lease. So I asked them. So I wanted to know what they meant by lease. And basically, well, I didn't get the full details of it, but she said it's like anywhere from, depending on the car, anywhere from like $500 to 7 something a week. Now I was hoping they were going to say like it's $500 to $700 per month. If it was per month, I might have considered it. And, take a look at the cars, whatever. But when she said five to 700, I said, "Oh no, I'm not." I go, "That I'm not interested, man." She goes, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, that's kind of stupid, because that's a lot of money every week." And yeah, I go, I'm doing that now with basically with Lyft and with Uber. I've been renting a car through them, and I go, I'm really getting sick and tired of it. And she goes, "Yeah, I don't see how you can do that." But so anyhow, the part-time flex, I think you have to do 30 hours a week. I forget if it was 30 or 32. I think it's 30. And you can come in, you can work your own hours. You just come in whenever you want. I guess as long as you get those 30 hours in a week, you're good. And you can work up to, I think she said 12 hours. But and she said the minimum is 6. So when I go in, I'm going to have to work 6 hours, which I can do. I can do 6 hours. I can do that no problem. I did that. That's basically my first year in Uber. I was doing 6, 7 hour days, quite almost at least most of the days I was doing, because like I said, that first year of Uber, I did a lot of hours. Well, for me, a lot of hours. I always have to I have to sort of explain. I think there are lots of drivers that do 12-hour days. Okay, so my little 6 or 7 hours, I was only working about half of what those guys were working. So just think, like I said, if I was making about 80 grand doing 6 or 7 hours, those dudes that are doing 12-hour days, they're at least doubling what I was making. At least. By the way, I went to Freddy's today. After my drug test, I hadn't eaten since breakfast. So there was a Freddy's nearby, and I'm like, you know what? I haven't been to Freddy's in a long time. So I went and got me the meal combo number three, which is like their double smash burger, fries and a drink. And then I was sitting there and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to get me a hot fudge sundae. So I made my own little. It's like you can make, you can put whatever you want in it. It's a build your own. That's what I'm trying to say. It was a build your own, and I decided to just do kind of a traditional hot fudge sundae. So just hot fudge sundae, whipped cream, and a cherry on top. And but yeah, good old Freddy's. I'm still got a little bit of the soda here and there. That's what I did afterward. I kind of treated myself after the drug test. I felt so good about the drug passing the drug test that like I'm gonna treat myself to some Freddy's. Why the hell not? So anyhow, but my experience today going down to the taxi cab company was pretty funny. I had a 3 o'clock appointment, so I got there. I got there about 10 minutes early, and you go in to this. Um, you walk in to this room, and it's kind of like what you would see, kind of like a DMV counter or whatever. But there's a window, right? There's a counter with a window. When I walked in, there was already like I don't know a few people in there, and like one dude, he was dealing with. I mean, it was so funny. Like almost everybody in there was dealing with some issue because people and other people came in afterwards where they and there was such language barriers. I got to say, there's such language barriers like non-English speaking people having some real difficulties, and I was just really feeling bad for these folks because I'm thinking, man, if there was some way, that because it's all it is it's simple stuff like you know where's your DOT form, I need your ID, I need this, and they're just trying to get this basic information across to each other, and it was just, but it was kind of funny, and like there was one lady working on the other side of the counter, and she was doing phones. She was doing the people coming up to the counter, people asking questions, and she was like doing all these things all at once, and but I saw there was a on the wall behind her a photo of her. She was the employee not of the month but of the year in 2013, back in 2013. So she's got that going for her. No, she's a sweet lady, doing a great, just multitasking. And then there's actually another gal that worked there. I guess she was on lunch or something because then she came in a little bit later. She had a it wasn't Freddy's, but she had a cup. Whatever. So, but it was kind of a really busy place. Everyone trying to like people that already work there or people that are trying to work there. Trying to get certain forms and trying, all this stuff. And then they had a couple of computers set up. They had one guy who was trying to get a copy of his W-2 form or something, and he was like a guy probably my age or something, or maybe I don't know about my age, but he was completely lost, trying to figure out how to use the computer, and it was just a funny thing. So I ended up sitting there basically. I'd say over an hour before the person who actually did the interviews finally came and got me, took me to the office and did this short little interview. The interview was only like 10 minutes or something, and then she says, "Yeah, okay, well, we're gonna proceed. We'll give you the job offer, and so now we're gonna send you for a drug test." And I was like, "Okay." And then they gave the address. It was a separate place, a separate facility. So I had to go and I did that. Went and did the drug test. Then you go down to the drug test place, and that's a whole other thing. Then you've got people there. This is like a place that does drug tests, right? This office. So it's not just people like me that are like doing taxi cab driving jobs or driving jobs. but I guess it's everything. There's like people that are there for like court orders. People who have to do drug tests um, as a court order, a condition of their, I guess probation or whatever. You could tell there's people there, and I didn't mean you could tell, but just from what they're saying or how you can just pick it up. There were some people there were for court, some people there for work, and that was a whole nother funny kind of just sitting in this office, seeing the people. It was like sitting in a DMV office, kind of. You're just watching. I had to sign in. That didn't take quite as long. I mean, once I signed in, I probably waited. Hmm, I don't know, maybe half an hour. And then once they take you in, it's pretty quick. You just give them some urine, which I had plenty of because I had to go to the bathroom, like even before I got there. And I remember driving on the way thinking, you know, having to go pee. And I was like, just save it because they're going to be taking that. So when I went in to pee in the little cup, and she's like, you only need this much, just right to this line. And, I filled that fucker all the way to the top because, I'd been holding it for a while. So I didn't have much, without getting too graphic, it was kind of hard to put the brakes on that. You know what I mean? So yeah, they got a sample. They got the urine sample, and then they did the thing where they cut strands of your hair off. I don't know if it messed my hairdo up or not in the back, but she said she had to get 150 strands of hair or something like that. But she got it. She got the hair, and so we'll know the results in a couple of days here about that drug test, and then we'll move on from there. And I'm going to try doing the taxi cab thing. The reason that I'm doing the taxi cab thing because they provide the car, they pay for all the fuel. They say they're paying for I guess well, they pay for the drug test, of course. The taxi cab authority TA permit, they said they're paying for that. They're paying for what's the other thing? I think the DOT physical they're paying for. So it's pretty cool. And I like the hours where it's flexible. I can just go in and work. I'll just work 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. Right? Is that 30 hours? Right? If my math is correct, I believe it's about 30 hours. That's all I need. 6 hours a day, 5 days a week, and I'm good. I'm golden. No more, no more of this 500 plus the cost of fuel, which I've been doing electric cars, so for my electricity, you know, easily looking at 550, 570 a week total for the car, the insurance, the permit, your electric costs, your charging costs. Now I can eliminate that, and that'll be a big help. That will be a huge help. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope I pass through all these stages. I'm pretty sure I will. So I guess I'm going to keep the car that I have. I have I've got the Bolt that I'm renting through Lyft. So I'll continue to do Lyft until I get this finalized, and it's for sure that I passed, and I'm going to start working. As soon as they tell me, okay, you can start, then I'm going to turn the car back into Lyft. That'll be that with Lyft. And then someday I might go back to Uber. Once I can afford to get my own car, I'm not going to do the renting thing anymore. It's just, even though with Uber, if you work a lot of hours, you can absorb that 500 a week. If you're making, you know, uh, I had a few weeks there where I'd make 1,500 a week to 2,000 a week, a couple times. So when you do that, that absorbs that 500. But if you're only going to make 800 for the week or something, and then so you're only going to be able to put maybe $300 or less in your pocket, and then you got to pay taxes on that too. Even though it's a really good write off though. That's the thing about it. It is a good write off, but it just hampers you when you're having the cash on hand. Uh, so that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. going into taxi driving. We'll see how it is. I kind of gained a little, I don't know if it's confidence, but I guess it was last night or the last couple of nights. Now that I've been thinking about doing the taxi driving, um, I've been looking at all the cabs with a lot more interest lately, and I've been looking for the particular company that I'll be driving for, which is YCS. That's Yellow Checker Star, and then there's also New Cab, which I guess what I'm doing is New Cab, but I think it's owned by Yellow. I think they just buy everybody out. Yellow just keeps buying everybody out. You know, but the other night, I guess the other night, I've been looking at the taxi cabs and going, oh, because just to see what kind of cars they have, and I noticed they have a lot of Priuses, but they have other cars as well. Um, and then I saw some of the drivers, and I saw this one kind of little old lady. I say little old lady. I say that respectfully. Probably the same age as me. I'm a little old lady too. And but she's just, she was just driving the cab, and so I just thought, if she can do it, I can do it. And then I saw another one. It was just like this cute little kind of like soccer mom young lady driving. I think it was New Cab or Yellow or somebody. And I was like, hey man, and I know this probably sounds like I'm being really not only disrespectful but condescending and maybe even misogynistic. I don't know. I apologize, but I'm just being honest with you. I saw her, and I go, hey, look, the cute little soccer mom's doing it, and the little old lady's doing this. You know, it's not like the stereotypical kind of like you know kind of hardened taxi cab drivers, or whatever. So if they could do it, I could do it. And I don't mean that disrespectfully, even though it probably does sound disrespectful. I apologize. I apologize to that little old lady and to the cute little soccer mom. I apologize to you. All right, guys. So that's it. That's my new thing. That's my new venture. Somebody the other day in one of the chats when I was doing a live stream or something, I guess it was live stream, said, why don't you be a shuttle bus driver?" And I kind of dismissed it. But at this rate, I might just try every venture, every type of driver, passenger delivery system there is. Who knows? I might even end up being at some point a shuttle bus driver. Because I saw the other day an ad. I was looking on Indeed, I think it was. They had an ad, or they posted a job notice for shuttle bus drivers at the Cosmopolitan. So those jobs are there. Who knows? Before all is said and done, I might be a shuttle bus driver. I might be a limo driver. I might be a town car driver. Who knows? So we're gonna try this taxi thing though for a bit and see how it goes. All right. So that's my new venture, taxi cab driving. Well, it's not official yet. I mean, like I said, I have to pass through all these things, which I don't see any. I mean, I don't see any problem with it, but we'll see how it goes. And probably in a week, or well, actually more than a week and a half, maybe after I've completed everything, then we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. So that's it. Like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you do all those things. And I'll see you on the next one. Tomorrow, hey, what? Tomorrow morning's Tuesday morning. If you're seeing this on Monday night, just remember tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Pacific time, I'll be doing a live stream. And we can talk about this amongst other things. Okay? Not just taxi driving. All right, guys. Thanks so much for listening and watching. And I'll see you on the next one. Hit that notification bell, too. That kind of helps. All right? All right.